Yeah, it sounds a little bit.
All right, David Babasiev. Did I say your last name right?
Yeah, that's right.
David Babasiev, yes. From
Yeah,
the short film Struggle from Armenia. It's played at the Under 5 Minute Film Festival. It's 4 minutes and 50 seconds, 57 seconds long. It's you shot this on a smartphone, correct?
yeah. It was entirely shot on a smartphone, an iPhone.
That's amazing. It's a really good film, like really nice performances. And it's about basically a mother and a cow
Yeah,
basically being going through childbirth at the same time, I guess, right?
yeah, yeah. The whole idea and the whole point was that to shoot on like at the same time. So we made it like
So who's the priority? The prize cow or the mom when basically because you only can
uh
be in one place at the same time, right?
that's the general question
Yeah.
to audience, who is the priority, and if we like wanted to see from perspective the father, we can see he's not gonna stop, and he choose both of them.
Yeah.
So I've made this kind of character, so he's not gonna give up, so he can choose both of them and made a successful point.
So then you have the obstacles of like there's snow, like it's like the snowstorm, so they can't really go anywhere, so
Yeah,
nobody can
that's
come
right.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
And
really
the
set the
and
stakes
the
high.
and the car is not working, so they should like figure out and find out what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But in the end, he couldn't, and the whole point is that that father can figure out what's wrong with the car and weather.
Yeah.
So and then just they choose to like both of them and carry on the the whole story. So
So either like I love the idea of like I thought he was crazy. I'm watching the film and I'm like he takes the his wife to the barn to have the
yeah,
baby because then he can be beside so the cow's beside them and the so I guess the cow couldn't go to her bedroom, I guess, right? So he had to make a choice.
yeah, yeah. So that was the right choice, I guess he made up.
This is a great film. I love it's only 5 minutes long.
Thank
It's like
you.
it could have been a lot like longer, but you really raised the stakes here with this film. And it's pretty. It does get some
Thank
graphic scenes too, too with the cow.
Yeah, yeah. The graphics scene, you mean?
With the cow, like you're kind of showing the cow, like kind of like the
No,
cow.
it was well, it was organic show.
Yeah.
It was all organic, and we find out another cow is giving them birth, so we shoot it
So,
separately. I mean,
and then the kind of film, it kind of ends suddenly. Is there like another chapter to this film, or
uh, like you mean continuing
yeah,
by chapter? No,
yeah.
I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna think about it because the whole idea and the point of that is that to shoot something like short and to not like to show a film, just to show only just a story and like
So so basically where did you kind of come up with this idea? Like do you remember where like it's kind of a great idea. Like I'm just curious where like cuz you wrote the screenplay, do you remember when you first kind of
yeah, yeah. The whole pre-production took me a month, like writing screenplay and choosing actors, making location scouting and other stuff. And it took me like 4 months. And the when I just came out with an idea, I was just like basically surprised what we're gonna shoot my next movie.
mhm.
And I choose I like putting characters in struggles. So and the funny story is the whole idea when we were just like talking about the idea and visualization of the film. The man who was just like owning this code, we were gonna shoot it after. The name is in Armenian was struggle. We have Armenian name, which
Yeah,
means struggle.
gotcha.
So yeah, and when we're talking about the film, I found that his name is Struggle. So I came up with a nice idea. Why wouldn't I to choose the name Struggle for my film? So and I just like the idea of like putting characters in like tough situations, and getting out of it like a whole of it.
Gotcha. And then tell me about the cast because they're fantastic. Like the dad, he's got a certain even you really brought out his character even certain shot lists. Like where did you find the cast?
I found them. They are local artists, local actors, shooting in independent filmmaking, and it was a great idea to shoot like even more with this girl, Guyana, her name, the mother,
Mm-hmm.
and I've just asked her like, do you want to make short movie about this kind of idea? She said like, I'm literally in, and she was like entirely up to it, this idea. So she was just basically surprised um, of the idea and the whole point of making it. And at the end, she said like, we can make it because I'm just like when I'm just starting to think of it from other perspectives, I see a lot of stories in just the one story.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of yeah, the whole point is a struggle, but when you're just trying to figure out what's going on, you can find out a lot of stories in just the story. So the cast was just like they just accepted the invitation.
So
And
in terms of Armenia, so I'm talking to you at about 9:30 a.m. What time is it there right now?
it's 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay, so so it's almost so basically you're about 8 hours ahead of us. So
Yeah.
how is the film industry in Armenia? Like in terms of like you said, you got these independent actors, you're an independent filmmaker. Is there like a film industry scene? Like are there film festivals there?
Yeah, we have our Armenian Film Festival. We have Yerevan International Short Film Festival. We have uh, Golden Apricot Film Festival as well. And that's all, two of them, and they are international. Golden Apricot is one of the like most prestigious, I would say, and it's taken off in July. So the film industry is like making some tries, to find like right movies, to find right cast to shoot a movie. But
Mhm.
we have also a center for film industry, so they are supporting in some way, like independent filmmakers.
That's
They are
good.
making some pitchings for movies, and they are just like choosing screenplay and making fundraising for film, maybe. Yeah.
So basically it's like it's developing, I guess, right? The film industry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
And where do you see yourself like in the future? Do you just want to keep making independent films? Like where do you want to go?
Uh, uh, I don't honestly. I don't like the idea of timing the life. Maybe I'm gonna sound weird, but uh, yeah, I see myself in some kind of way. I just want to make art in way of independent filmmaking because you choose, you're controlling the whole process, and there is no any other commercial things which can like starve you from your like honest way. So I would like to say I see myself in some kind of years in just independent filmmaking.
And so in terms of this film, where did like so basically you shot on a smartphone and then you had these independent actors. There was a great location. Where did you shoot the location?
The location was in Armenia. It's the town which name is Mastara. We just like making location scouting for 3 days, and we just find out, oh, or just a little bit more, a week, and we find out this town. It was a great like location for making the town, and it was all of the like location was on the same town, so it was actually helping for production.
And then where did you get the cow?
The separate like cow which was giving birth, it was in another town, but the first one which was filmed actually in the film, which
Yeah.
wasn't making giving a birth, it was in the same barn at the same town where we was just like filming. But the one which is like giving birth, it was in a separate town.
And then you had the daughter too, like the young actress. Where did is she an actor, or did you just like how'd you find
No,
her?
she's just my niece, and the part I've just like made up like for 3 short films, and she's just was by my side when I was just writing screenplay and working and other stuff. And the first version of the screenplay, instead of daughter was a boy, and I've just changed it by screenplay because it was so cliche. Daughter, like brother, and by making a daughter, it was making uh, the screenplay more programmatic.
Yeah.
And she just came up to me and she said like, why don't you gonna shoot me in your short films? You have made it like for 3 months. And I said like, okay. And that was like accidentally, and it gave me idea of changing the screenplay.
Yeah.
So, and I took the daughter instead of boy, and the son. And it was actually some kind of changing point. So we know like sons are trying to fix car. It's okay for a boy, but
Yeah.
fixing car for a girl, it's not. It's giving something some kind of different feeling.
Yeah. So he loves the cow, right? Like that's the conflict between him and his wife. Where like basically you're like, I'm in labor, the car doesn't work. It's like it's like a married couple. Like basically they want like she wants to be the number one priority, which you can't blame her, right? So
Yeah, right. But farmer's life is tough, So they should like figure out what the priority is.
yeah.
But we don't actually know who is the priority.
Yeah.
We just see what we see.
And then you got the daughter who's just kind of observing it all, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
just taking it all in. Like she's kind of
yeah, right. Yeah,
yeah.
and she was just like in the middle of this situation.
Yeah. But we want to know what happens. That's the thing, right? Like, but you've already moved on. You don't like it's like you basically you're not going to make you're not going to make a sequel.
Sequel for this film, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it could be in some years, but I don't like the idea of like returning to my like last films. But I don't know. I don't see any kind of storytellings to carry on.
Yeah. So
like,
what's next for you? What are you making now?
I'm gonna make another short film in August. It's about a relationship between a man and a woman. So it's kind of a little bit struggle.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of about their relationship, and they just have a home at the lake.
Yeah.
So I the prep. I'm just in a process of pre-production.
Gotcha. So
But,
another love triangle with a farm animal, right? So
no more, no more.
So okay, so basically, so are you going to shoot on a smartphone again? Is that your thing, shooting on
No,
smartphones?
no. This one, the whole like crew and cast with photography, with with everyone should be in his place of the
Yeah,
filming the stuff.
gotcha. And then, so tell me about the post-production on this one. Did you do everything? You edit it? Did you do the sound design as well?
No, the sound design was made by Sonia Kolchak.
Okay.
She just she was at the set on set, like, and she made a sound design, visual and everything. But the pre-production, I mean, the editing process was made by me.
Gotcha. And so basically, what did you think about? So now you're sending it to film festivals like ourselves. What did you think about? We send the North American audience to you. What did you think that they had this? What did you think with their comments about your film?
Uh, this one that was sent to me,
Yeah, the audience feedback
I
video.
was, yeah. I was basically surprised because the people who was just like making some, you know, getting a feedback on your film, it was a first time of hearing someone from another part of the world talking about your film.
Yeah,
It was a great experience to hear some parts that I didn't actually realize how the visual part would be engaged with the audience. So it was actually, it's kind of cool experience for me. And some other parts that I actually know as a director of the film. So, but it's I like hearing, I like getting feedback on my films. It's kind of making progress. You know, it's kind of
yeah. This one's great. Like it's a family film, but it's funny. There's dramatic tension. It's about relationship and a cow. Yeah, it's just a really solid film. And you're very young. Like you're just kind of you're just starting, basically just starting your
yeah. I'm
career.
23.
You're 23, yeah. So
Yeah.
and like that's amazing. So did you go to film school or anything like that? Or you learn yourself? How did you?
No, I'm currently enrolled at a film university here in Armenia.
Okay.
But I've just started since making the videos and like short movies since childhood. I like just seeing the world through the frame and creating worlds by your own through and like watching them through the frame.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see your next film. Why don't we talk again? Whatever the film, doesn't matter the length or whatever. I love to see it. And this is a great film, and I wish it the best of success. And I love to see I'm love to see what's going to happen with you the next like 5-10 years with your career.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Yeah, it was a pleasure to talk to you, and thank you for the opportunity.